Hello everyone, welcome to GES News Today channel, where we give you the best and the latest information you can get anywhere. We are going to look at how much affordability that will be added to your existing affordability after your salary points jump. Yes, you will notice that every year the points on your salary level increases annually, either from step 1 to step 2, step 3 to step 4, and so on and so forth. Now, when that happens, there is a percentage increase that you will get. Though small, it will add a little bit of affordability to your salary. We will be getting the percentage and the percentage of increase whenever our salary point increases. And then the focus for now is that we'll be looking at how much affordability will be added to your existing affordability after the point jump. We urge you to subscribe to this channel in order to see our future videos or even the past ones. For example, factors that affect the changes of your salary point jump month, or the month in which your salary point will jump, what factors or which factors causes it. Now, first of all, let's understand what is salary point jump. The point jumped is termed salary relativity. This percentage difference between two successive points is called relativity ratio. Good. Now, everyone's point increase yearly until you exhaust the total points available on a particular salary level. The number of points available on a particular level is dependent on the number of years that the worker is qualified for promotion on that particular level. So we notice that for every rank, either AD1, AD2, principal soup, and then the rest, there's some number of years you must spend on it before you can get promoted. So if the maximum number of years you are due for promotion is 5 years, say on the principal soup, then the number of points available on that principal soup level 16 is 6 points, because sometimes the 5 years will reach and you may not get promoted immediately, and it will take an extra 1 year for you to get promoted. So they have created room for that. Now, if you are qualified for promotion for the 5th year, 6th year, you didn't get promoted, 7th year, you spend 8 years on that level, your points will not increase out to 8 points or 10 points. No, you will still remain on the 6 until your colleagues join you and all of you get promoted at the same time. This means that if you are expected to qualify for promotion after 5 years on a particular rank, the total points available on that salary level will be 6 points to make room for any delay opportunity for promotion, which is a result of the government. Now, however, after the 6 points, you remain stagnant on that point until you get promoted to the next rank. This means if you do not get promoted when it's time, then your colleagues who join the service later will join you on that same rank until all of you get promoted to the next rank. The point difference is used to provide seniority in the service, not just in the name of seniority, but also in the name of remuneration. What it means is that there's a percentage difference between each point. Before we go into the calculation, the percentage increase due to the point is 1.7%. So the difference in salary between you and your senior, your 1 year senior in the service, is just 1.7%. And so if the person is 2 years in the service before you, we expect a difference of 7.5 plus 7.5, which is 3.4 in that order. Now, with a simple addition, you should enjoy between 51% to 60% of salary increase coming from point jump alone. That is over the course of your working life. That is 1.7% times 30 years, or times 35 years respectively. But since the previous point is also factored into the next point, it is therefore a compound effect jump, meaning the next point of 1.7% increase is also an increase on the previous 1.7% point jump. Therefore, using the compound effect type of increase, continuous 1.7% increase for 30 years will produce 66% and 80% for 30 years and 35 years respectively. So, and we all know that whenever salary increase, there is a corresponding increase in affordability. Therefore, how much affordability will be added whenever your salary increases? Therefore, using the compound effects, well, we've talked about that already. This means that your salary is supposed to increase between 66 and 80% for 30 years and 35 years respectively. Now, in order to determine how much salary will be added after point jump, you must do the following multiplications. That is, let's go into our calculator. You will notice on the screen here that we are taking an assumed salary of 3,000, and this 3,000 is gross salary. Now, gross salary simply means the salary that you are paid before taxation, before SNIT or pension deductions. Now, in order to locate the appropriate gross salary, ensure that you use the month for which no arrears was paid to you, because whenever an arrears is paid, it affects the gross salary. So take the gross salary for the month. However, even if you have a pay slip for which an arrears was paid, just make sure you take the current month, the current basic salary, and the current allowances that are paid for that particular month, then you add them. So in this case, I'm using 3,000. So since the increase for every point jump is 1.7%, 1.7 divided by 100, that will give you 0.17. So I'm multiplying 3,000 by 0.17. That is the gross increment you will get. The gross increment you will get. Now, after I've gotten this gross increment by multiplying 0.17, remember that SNIT deduction, the employee component of SNIT deduction, is 5.5%. So when we subtract 5.5% from 100%, we will be left with 94.5%. So 94.5% divided by 100 will give you 0.945. So we are going to use this 0.945 to multiply the figure that we have gotten, as you can see on the screen, meaning that we have taken away taxation. We have taken away SNIT's contribution. Now let's look at taxation that will be deducted from this gross salary increment. In order to make people to follow appropriately, I'm going to do the figure one by one so that it doesn't look like I've already done the calculation down for you to see. So 3,000 times 0.017. That means if you are taking a salary of 3,000 and you get a point jump, your gross increase will be 51 Ghana cedis per. Now, this one we must subtract pension contribution from it, which is 5.5, which is, when you take it from 100%, 94.5 divided by 100, that's 0.945. So times 0.945. So you see that when you take away this pension contribution from the 51, we are left with 48.195. Now we have taken away pension contribution. Let's also take away tax. Now, whenever salary is increased for almost all of the public sector workers, that money falls under the tax bracket of 17.5. So now 17.5 divided by 100 will give you 0.175. So let's multiply that 0.175. That is the tax. So let's subtract 17.5 from 100%. That will give you 82.5. That's what will be left. So let's multiply by 0.825. So after taking away our tax, we are left with 39.76 Ghana cedis. This is what is left as your net salary increase. What about the affordability? Now, affordability is mostly between 40% to 45% of your net salary. 40% to 45% of your net salary, depending on the banks. So now we are going to use the lowest, which is 40%. In other words, 0.4. So for somebody with a gross salary of 3,000 Ghana cedis, your affordability that will be added after a point jump is only 15.9 Ghana cedis. Now let's do the necessary adjustment or modifications. Assuming the salary is rather 3,500, the gross, you see that the affordability will increase to 18 cedis. What about somebody with 4,000 gross? That will be 21 salary affordability. What about 5,000? That will give us 26 Ghana cedis. And what about 6,000? That will give us 31 Ghana cedis. So based on your own salary, factor in the figure, or just put in the figure, and you will be able to see what affordability you will be getting after salary increase. Kindly subscribe. Subscribe just means follow on YouTube. So just follow us. We like it. Bye bye.